Are you tired of being overcharged and forced into paying a monthly subscription for your Mac and Windows software? Well, if you are, currently we're having a 50% off discount on all the latest Mac and Windows software, such as AutoCAD, SolidWorks, Photoshop, Microsoft Office, and much more. Our 50% off discount will be ending soon, so be sure to text us "Need Software" to 323-405-1341. That's 323-405-1341. We aim to please, so expect 24/7 technical support, the latest premium software, instant software links delivered to your email, and PayPal buyer's protection guarantee.
Now, I saw someone posted it was a good question. Puffy editing, Sheik Luch saying Hebrew.
Right.
And it's funny because that actually speaks to exactly where our conversation started from the beginning. Jews not liking when people just say y'all are all rich. It's not comfortable. I know it sounds like a compliment. We don't feel complimented.
But I don't think they're saying all. You see, and that's where you get like a blanket. Like you said in the when we were going back and forth, in the DMs, at one point you said something about it's not like there's a cabal of people getting together. And I said, how do you know?
It was the best point.
You're not part of the cabal doesn't mean one doesn't exist. If Young Thug and Gunna and all of them can conspire to do some shit, you best believe some old white dudes in the that are millionaires and billionaires can come together and say, you know what we can do this and that. Like trust me.
You're right. It was the best point you made. It was I was like, you know what? He's absolutely right. I wouldn't be in the fucking cabal. And it is possible. But you know what else, Jamar? There might be black people in the fucking cabal too.
Right. And they are. But what we're saying is they're not at the top. The ones at the top who came up with this shit, they're using these people in the cabal. They're using the black people in the cabal to, as pawns. But
they're lower in the cabal.
These guys were not. That's why they can easily cut somebody like Kanye, who's high up in black. He was a billionaire in our shit. He still got 450 million. It's not like he sent them to the project, but somebody had more money than him to be able to cut his shit off. You see what I'm saying? And these are the people that at the top that may be in this cabal. And I don't know.
It doesn't necessarily take someone with more money to take out. Again, it's more about being lined up than it is about one person with money. It's not one person. We're not saying it's one person. That's what we're talking about. Cabals. We're talking about, you know what I mean?
What I'm saying is groups of people conspiring to do things.
Listen, I don't believe that is the case. I understand your point was well taken. I don't fucking know. And by the way, there could be cabal, and you said this back to me. There could be cabals in many groups. There could be a black cabal. There could be this one and that one. It could all exist.
There's been there, and it has, and probably does. And what I'm saying is, it's dangerous for me not to be able to say that and feel like I'm like, if I say that about a particular group and they happen to have one, but I just can't say it about them because they've been through some shit. And anything that you say, like black people will say, yo, we've been through the Holocaust, our own Holocaust.
That'll be factual.
We're still going through it, right? But you'll have certain Jewish people say, don't compare anything to the Holocaust. Huh? Have you heard that?
Of course.
They'll act like,
bro, it was
no other Holocaust that's worse than ours.
No, of course. I know. Listen,
people. And that's and what I'm saying is, we're going through this shit right now. Like the killing of Takeoff is part of our Holocaust. Do you understand?
I do.
Because our Holocaust
thing. But it is very real.
Our Holocaust involved an aspect that yours didn't. Whereas you always knew you were Jewish people. You had your culture. You still had the language. When when you got through the Holocaust, you were able to go to other countries and still pass on traditions and all of that. We got all of that ripped from us.
Mm-hmm.
And inserted with some other shit in our mind. Like they literally like took one program out and downloaded some other shit into us.
Yeah.
And now we are, this is why after 400, 500 years, we still don't have reparations. Y'all knew who you was, so how many years did it take before y'all got reparations?
I honestly don't. I don't honestly don't know.
Many.
But did everyone get reparations? I don't think my family got reparations.
No, the Jewish Israel got money, and certain descendants of like that were in concentration camps.
Right. Okay, got it.
Okay,
yes.
and they got about $70 billion.
Yeah, and it also is interesting too that you mentioned earlier about learning about the Holocaust. We love to teach in our schools about the shit that happened everywhere but here. They love to focus on the Holocaust, on World War I, on what the Chinese and the Japanese I learned about when they were at war with each other. I learned so many details, like gruesome details of other wars. But yes, slavery was a pretty generic subject in school and somewhat benign. So I feel you. I feel
want
you.
to say that our concentration camps are the projects. Those are our concentration camps. Except we don't have the physical barbed wire and all that type of shit around it.
Yeah, but that also does a disservice. But that also does a disservice to what was the real, the essential Black Holocaust, if you want to call it that, in this country, which was the 100 million people that died during slavery. Like, actually were.
How does that do a disservice when we're saying that the number is still ticking? Our number is still ticking, and we have shit right now.
No, I agree. I agree.
You know how they, hang on. You know how they did the like you would see pictures of Jewish people very frail in the concentration camps, like they were being starved to death, right?
Yes.
They're doing us the opposite. They're overfeeding us with junk food and processed foods, giving us diabetes, heart blockages, and all this other shit, dying of obesity. It's crazy.
I know all about food deserts, and I've been with you 1,000%. So you ain't gonna get any resistance from me. But now we end up having the oppression. Now we end up having the oppression Olympics instead of being like, how can we come together on this to
what I'm saying,
really go up against the people we need to go
up against. This is where we're about to turn the corner. We're about to turn the corner right here. So that's what I was about to say. So how, like, what do you want to go away trying to make Black people understand from your perspective? And then I think, I can say what I feel like we want to make people understand.
I guess what's hurt my feelings recently around this whole thing is, like I said earlier, sort of that whataboutism that feels like all lives matter shit to me, of like, we're saying we're sensitive about the Holocaust. You don't need to go why. You don't need to say why does that bother you? That shouldn't bother you. It does.
I never said why.
No, not you. But like, my mom was born in a camp in Germany. It does bother me. So don't ask me why I'm sensitive to it. I'm fucking sensitive to it. I wish I got to meet my great aunts and uncles who were all killed. So we are sensitive to it. So that part, I wish that people would just have empathy, because I really, Jamar, regardless of how well you know me and my beliefs and what I speak about, I pride myself, even though a lot of people hate me and think I'm a fucking asshole, I pride myself on being a good ally in every way I know how to when shit hits the fan. I've gotten myself in big time corporate trouble. And anytime I've done that, it was always about saying some shit That would be the same shit you would have been saying at the time. Okay. And I take that role seriously. You know what I mean? And I try my hardest to say the right thing about, even if it's about groups that do not affect me, whether that be black folks in America, Palestinians in Israel, gay folks.
Now,
in
I
the
did
United
hear you talk about Palestinians in Israel. Real quick, let's stop right there. What's your opinion on that? Because it's not a popular one, I think.
No, it's not.
Amongst Jewish people.
It's not a popular opinion. The government that was just elected in Israel is an absolute fucking nightmare, bro. If it's a precursor to what's going to happen here in 2 years, we got big fucking problems. Okay. Netanyahu is more right wing than he's ever been. He's terrible. He's bringing in a cabinet that's terrible. I do not, and many millions of American Jews do not rock with the Israeli government. Like, that needs to be understood. And that's actually a piece that really offends me a lot. I always get thrown in the, well, Israel, bitch, I'm not Israeli. I'm American. I don't speak for the Israeli government.
Do you know the difference between Judaism and Zionism?
Yeah. Of course I do.
So would you not agree
Being
that
Jewish
maybe
is being a Zionist,
Zionism?
apparently.
Would you not agree that maybe Zionism is would be
Problematic?
more to blame? They would be more to blame for what a lot of Jewish people get blamed for as a whole.
Yes, I would say that is. And listen, you have to understand, there was a time, Jamar, and this is a deeper conversation for another day that we can totally have. There was a time when Zionism made a lot more sense. There was a time a long time ago, immediately post-Holocaust, when it did make it may be hard for you to grasp that in the moment or accept it, but it made a lot more sense.
I'd have to get into your brain and see what you mean by that, but that definitely sounds like a whole other rabbit hole.
No, it's just that when people were fucked up and lost after the Holocaust, decisions were made and people wanted to find safety. I don't know why it was done the way it was.
At the expense of taking other people's shit.
Well, listen, that's not what I would have chosen. Okay.
Because the first Israel was supposed to be in Uganda, right?
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I wish it had been in like South Dakota. Everything would have been so much smoother.
It was supposed to be in Uganda. Okay. So
not
look
know
that shit up.
I will look it up. So what I'm saying is, though, like, at this point, Zionism has a very different meaning. I am not for the settlements. I am not for any of the bullshit treatment of the Palestinian people. I get disgusted when, frankly, we Jews in Israel do unto Palestinians what was done unto us in Germany. So, but the fact of the matter is, I get sick of having to explain how many of us feel that way. Stop assuming. I wish you asked what I wanted people to take away. Stop assuming that Jews are a monolith and that we are all Israel, or that even all Israelis are that way. Okay? Because that's not true. There's a major part of the Israeli populace that is not for that treatment. So that's a frustrating conversation for me as well. And I would just say, bro, can we just have reasonable conversations? If people are telling you of any group that something is painful to them, while I agree you shouldn't have your whole life shut down for giving the opinion, if you're given the opportunity to apologize for hurting people's feelings, like Kyrie was for several days, just be like, hey, my bad. I didn't mean to hurt anyone's feelings. That ain't it. Listen, I've done it.
First of all, okay, real quick before I forget. See, you're saying like you don't want to be treated with a blanket, but then earlier you were talking about how Jewish people be on code and how y'all will all come together on some shit. So it's hard to, if you're on code, if y'all come together, but then you want to be separate at certain times, it's hard to distinguish now who's who, correct? Especially on the outside looking in.
But Israel,
because you're telling me in one point that we all come together in certain shit. Like there's certain shit we don't fuck with. That's our we don't fuck with us.
If we sense steps are being taken towards what could be a demise again, everyone is going to be terrified of that. That's logical. Right. Everyone just kicks into like protection mode. It's not like we talk about it. I wasn't like, I don't like get on the phone with fucking Harvey Weinstein and every other terrible fucking Jewish person in Hollywood. It's just that we all get defensive in the same way.
Right.
But you don't have to associate that with Israel. It's a different conversation.
But don't you understand that we're in defensive mode right now? Like we're going through shit right now. Like we have speech that in real time is getting us killed today. Not 60 years ago, whenever that shit happened. Like, you know what I mean? Like now. This is happening now. And what we're saying is people that claim to be so sensitive about speech that can lead to violence and all of that, yet they're helping to do it against other cultures is not cool.
But hold on, but there's a nuance there.
No. Hang on.
It's not accurate though. What you just said wasn't accurate.
You have to keep the same energy.
You're not. No, it's not the same energy though. You cannot say what Jewish label people are not promoting white people making anti-black music. They're profiting off black artists making music that in some cases is shitty and negative. That's not the same as people from outside the group saying nasty things or denying the Holocaust or any of the. That's not an apples to apples comp. It's just not. It's not cool. You don't have to like it, but it's not an apples to apples comparison. I'm sorry.
It doesn't have to. Well, it's still fruit. We're still in a fruit salad. God damn it. Okay, if you got apples and I got oranges, it's still fucking fruit. And God damn it,
back to oppression Olympics.
You don't want to eat poison. The thing is, you don't want to eat poisonous fruit, and nor do I. Right?
No.
So if I don't want to eat poisonous fruit and you don't want to eat poisonous fruit, I shouldn't want to feed you poisonous fruit. And see, here's the difference. There's no counterpart where, yes, black people own the label, and I have white people on my label who are talking negative about their culture. There is no counterpart to that.
No,
there's no example of that anywhere.
No, you wouldn't. It wouldn't happen for a variety of reasons.
Right? Why? Like what else?
Well, the artists don't exist. The talented white people aren't there.
I saw remember that Hasidic dude that used to rap back in the days?
Modest Yahoo?
Yeah, maybe that's his name. Yeah.
He's a good cat, Modest Yahoo. Listen, I think that all of this comes back around to a bit of us both, black folks and Jews, with the Oppression Olympics. We get hurt, we get angry, and there's a lot of, what about our pain? And I get it, because the black pain in America, like I said earlier, is real
ongoing, is what I'm saying. It's ongoing.
Never an argument for me on that. It's absolutely ongoing. And I understand.
Thank you, Plaga. He said no, he does not support the state of Israel. Right? That's what you said.
But yes, I did. I do love Israeli people. I do have a lot of love for Israeli people and things in Israel. But no, I do not. Bro, I don't support the Trump government either. You know what I mean? I did not support that. I was out there telling everyone I did not support that.